What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to our channel. It looks like Liam Payne is back on the relevancy train, as he's been making quite the headlines recently, and not at all for the right reasons. Here, you get a front row seat at the Liam Payne drama explained. So without any further ado, let's dive right into the video. Number 5. Liam confessing that he hated Louis. Well, if you haven't been living under a rock, then we're pretty sure that you may have heard about Liam Payne being in somewhat of a pinch. Recently, the former One Direction member showed up on an episode of Logan Paul's podcast, which goes by the name Impulsive, and decided to board the nostalgia bus, which drove through the roads of his days in one of the biggest boy bands that have ever been. The bus suddenly took a turn towards a rocky path after Liam was done discussing their X Factor journey and described his former bandmates as rowdy. You could say that he got a bit too open about his feelings. At one point, he was asked who the wildest member of One Direction was, and he said that that was Louis. He's my best mate now, but in the band, we hated each other, like, to come to blows hated each other. It was close, he added. Number 4, was that all? Nope, that wasn't all. Liam did admit that nobody actually ever got into a fist fight or anything. However, he did talk about a specific situation in which things between the band got pretty close to coming to blows. I think it was well known within the band that I don't like taking crap. At a certain point, I made it very obvious. I'm not going to tell you how. There was one moment where there was an argument backstage and one member in particular, threw me up a wall. So I said to him, "If you don't remove those hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never use them again," Liam said. Logan also felt the need to chime in with a bad experience he had with one of Liam's former band members, Zayn. Well, it wasn't exactly Logan's own experience, but rather his brother Jake's. Logan described Zayn as being very pissed off in response, to which Liam sighed. Logan explained that the whole situation kicked off after Jake felt that he was disrespected by Zayn and went to confront him, after which Zayn started screaming at him from inside his hotel room like a madman. I thought my brother was about to fight Zayn, and then Gigi tweeted at Jake, calling him ugly and irrelevant, and that went crazy viral, Logan said. Number 3, does Liam not like Zayn?
There's many reasons why I dislike Zayn, and there's many reasons why I'll always be on his side.
You might be thinking that whatever we've told you at this point isn't enough to cause the amount of drama it has caused, but hey, we aren't done yet. Liam decided to throw some shade at Zayn by replying to Logan's story by sarcastically saying that Gigi posted something about Zayn being a respectful man, which didn't age very well, which we suppose was a reference to Zayn's own drama with Yolanda Hadid, in which he allegedly struck her and was charged with harassment. Liam further said he doesn't agree with all of Zayn's actions and can commend some of the things he had done, but what he can say is that sometimes your only hope is that the person at the other end of the phone wants to receive the help that you're willing to give them. Number 2, what did fans have to say about this? As you would expect, fans were quick to slam Liam as soon as the episode of the podcast dropped. They talked about how other members of One Direction have never talked smack about their former bandmates under any circumstances, and then there's Liam. One fan tweeted, "Harry ate a scorpion and Niall drank a salmon smoothie so they don't disrespect and embarrass their bandmates, and Liam Payne out here talking smack for no apparent reason, referring to their appearance on James Corden." Not all fans were against Liam though. Some even argued that it wasn't Liam's fault for saying what he did, as Logan was the one who pushed him to make controversial remarks. Other fans called Liam out of touch with reality and that he needed a reality check as soon as possible before he could make any idiotic statements again. Number 1, Liam's response.
You can always look at the man for where he is and say, oh yeah, whatever, that guy's a dick, right?
As soon as he started facing backlash on the internet, Liam felt the need to respond to what was being said about him. Guys, I wouldn't normally comment on this stuff, but when it's your family, it's hard to let it slide, he said. They mentioned a specific incident involving Zayn, which I responded to, but listening back, maybe I didn't articulate myself as well as I could have, Liam tweeted in an attempt to clarify himself. I was saying there will always be things we disagree on, but that I will always be on his side. That's family. Zayn is my brother, and I will stand by him forever, he tweeted again. This brings us to the end of our video. Do be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Bye now.